Hello, this is Wyatt with Cruise Custom Golf Cars. Today I'm doing a video on battery maintenance. For starters, we're going to talk about cleaning your batteries and the importance of making sure that your batteries stay clean. So if you can look at this, any of these darker spots on the cases of batteries generally are battery acid. Any of this green, white, or blue is corrosion from the battery acid eating away at the post of the batteries. Those are your two most important things you want to clean up. The post, so it doesn't eat away at your cables and your cable breaks on you. And the acid on the case is important, which I'm going to show you here. So on this left battery here, I'm going to touch this probe to the battery acid, and the other probe is going to the ground on the batteries. If I look at my multimeter, I have plugged in 7 volts to the case of the battery. If I take it off, no volts, 9.9. This is why it's important to clean the tops of your batteries. This voltage that's going through it, if that trail of acid goes down to, like, say, metal piece on your cart, this club car is a plastic battery tray, but some of your older carts like the Club Car DS or the EasyGo TXT have metal battery trays. If the acid goes down to the tray, it'll discharge your battery straight into the metal like it's a ground. And that's where you get your issues of, I went and charged it last week, come out the next week, and I made it 3 holes in the cart. Ran out of juice. That's because your batteries were discharging that entire week right into the frame. If you clean it, it'll help prevent that. And for cleaning, we like to do baking soda and water. So I used to do it through a spray bottle, spritz it all over, let it foam, as it neutralizes, and then rinse it off with a garden hose. That worked okay, except for my spritz bottles will get plugged up and I need to get a new nozzle for it. What I've found I think works better is mixing baking soda and water together, taking a paintbrush and just painting the tops of the batteries with it. Seems a little bit more controllable, less mess, and you're getting your baking soda wash where you want it. So that is the importance of cleaning the tops of your batteries. Now we're going to go to maintaining the batteries themselves. So what we got here is a 36-volt golf cart. And these batteries clean, they got protectant, which is that orange stuff that you see on the caps. You spray it on those, and then some of it transfers to the cap. It's kind of a waxy stuff. That helps prevent corrosion on your battery posts. I know there's a red kind of battery protectant that people use. I haven't had the best luck with it. I know there's like a felt ring that goes underneath those that people put on. Those work pretty good until that felt part runs out of the chemical that prevents the corrosion, and then it just gets corroded anyway. This brown stuff is kind of like beeswax almost. This is what we get from Club Car, and this stuff works wonders if it's added liberally. Just a good coating to keep battery acid from eating away at your posts, because you don't want to have to replace a battery before it's time because your battery acid ate away at your posts. Batteries are getting more and more expensive, so it is more and more important to take care of your batteries. So here, we're going to talk about adding water to your batteries. All flooded lead acid carts needed water added to the batteries manually. So for this one, so this is a 6-volt Trojan battery. If you see in there when I'm shining my light, those red fins that go down into the hole, that's where you want your water level to be filled. Now this is a more important part. Before adding any water to your batteries, you want to charge your batteries all the way up. If you don't, say your batteries are halfway, you throw the water in, then you charge it up, you're going to have a big old mess and you're going to have acid all over the place. Charging your batteries increases the level of water that is in them. So if you see down there, that's your plates. You want to make sure your plates are fully covered. At a minimum, it is most important for the life of your batteries. And then you want to fill the water to those red fins. Technically, the battery manufacturers say 1/8 of an inch from the bottom of those fins, but I don't know about anyone else. I'm not sticking my finger in battery acid to figure out how far down that goes. So the manufacturers have made it to where that filling to the bottom of the fins is an easy signifier of that they're full. And then you will do that with each hole on each battery under each cap. This one has 6. It's a lot of holes to fill. But fill them, you're not going to have battery issues. Now our next thing we're going to look at is the single point watering system. This is supposed to make it easier for somebody to use. You have one point where you fill your batteries with water, and that is this little connector here. Right now it's connected to the pump, which is this yellow button. Normally if you have this, you'll have caps with a hose in the middle that'll pop out. Little hole there. And if you follow the hose on our club cars, on the driver's side, they're normally tucked into this little hole here. So with a single point, you plug in your pump, which is this little clear tube with this ball valve there. And what you do, toss into your pump, into your gallon of water, pump that ball until it gets hard. And then once you're done with that, kind of done filling up, but it is a good safe practice to go ahead and take off the caps of each battery and double check that the level is where it's supposed to be. Sometimes, like any mechanical part, they are kind of moving. They can fail. So you want to, double check, do a visual check. And how these work is as you're filling water, these are the little valves that allow water into them. And once your water level rises, it pushes up onto each one of these and seals it off. And then it pumps water farther down the tube or farther into the cap to a different spot. So single points, the rule is to double check that all the caps are filled to where they're supposed to be. And to make sure not to crush the hose or try to fill it with not all the spots in the hose plugged in. Like this, but at least it's not a battery acid mess. Another important thing when doing battery maintenance, always wear eye protection. And finally, for the water that we use in taking care of the batteries, always use distilled water. Distilled water is neutral on the pH scale, and your batteries have acid, which is, I believe, on the lower number side of the pH scale, if I remember correctly. If you were to add like spring water has minerals and other things that will affect the pH of your batteries. You don't want to do that. Distilled water is the way to go. And for our area, this gallon of distilled water was 99 cents. It's super cheap. So don't skip out by getting the wrong kind of water. You're going to have not a good time there if you go that route. And you're going to take away the life of your batteries. The reason we have to add water into these batteries is these batteries are meant for carrying a sustained charge for a long period of time. So like your car battery is different. It doesn't carry the charge for the long period of time, but it tends to have more cold cranking amps so that you can turn your starter over, get the motor running real quick like and be done with it, and then your alternator charges your battery back up. These take a significantly longer time to charge because you do have 6 of them. It's kind of a bigger battery tank in that sort of view. And these are deep cycle batteries so that the voltage stays the same longer compared to like your car battery. And that will wrap up the battery maintenance.